Okay, boys, what's up? You know, rah, we're back, and as promised, maybe a few days late, I will be talking about the 4th of July fiasco. Not really a fiasco, but could have gone better. Definitely could have gone worse, 'cause whew, man, was I peak weeking like a fucking monkey. Did it work? Yes, it did. We'll get into that. All right. So to start off with, we're gonna look at everybody's favorite part, me without a shirt on, right? Let's see. Let me fucking pop myself up here real quick. So we're gonna click on this bad boy. So the goal of this was to like peak like throughout the third and then be like carved up for the fourth, like super early, and like go to a gas station at like 2:30 a.m. on the fourth and like record myself posing and shit and like post it. The problem is that I took my younger sister with me to record, and look, I honestly don't know if there was better lighting at this gas station, and my body was cooked. And I'll get into that more later. My body was cooked, my mind was cooked. I had a shit ton of cotton mouth, so I wasn't really paying much attention, honestly, to how the recording was going. This is like some of the best footage I got from it. Um, can see a little bit of definition, I guess. Imagine if the lighting was an ass. But yeah, essentially you can kind of tell from like the beginning of the video I was standing a little bit farther back and fucking my sister told me to like kind of step forward and it basically into worse lighting. And then two of my cousins were there and they were just dancing around like fucking monkeys, casting their shadows on me randomly. Once again, the lighting was ass. I don't really think it makes much of a difference. Honestly, I'm just fucking happy that the peak week turned out a lot better than I thought it was gonna happen because I kind of did it like ass because I poorly planned that shit. Basically, what I did was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I worked out like normal, only ate protein, no carbs, basically no fats, and I did like a shit ton of cardio. And then now on the third, I woke up and I had a Nuri, which is a protein drink from Costco. It's like 150 calories, and 30 grams of protein. Only protein I really directly ate for the day. Then I had like a handful of peanuts and like a few Cheez-Its, and I went to work. And then as I was leaving work, well, for my lunch, I stopped by Target and I smashed like 8 Pop-Tarts. And then I went in back into work, and then as I was leaving work, I ate an entire fucking thing of Chips Ahoy cookies. And at this point, I want to say I was somewhere around like 500, 600 carbs. I don't remember at this point. And then I continued to drive home after the Chips Ahoy cookies and stopped and got like 2 bags of candy at another gas station. That put me up closer to like 700 grams of carbs, like 750-ish, I think. I'm not really sure. And then I went home, I got changed, took some pre, and I hit the gym, did cardio, and then I went and got a shit ton of like salty snacks like pretzels, like Chex Mix, and like some honey mustard pretzels. I fucking pounded those. That put me to at least like 1,000 grams of carbs for the day. So honestly, by the end of the day, I'll get to the total calories at the end. But then I hit more cardio without drinking anything. So now I'm dehydrated as fuck and carved up. It felt great. I looked great. And then right before I posed, like probably like 20, 30 minutes before I posed, I smashed some chocolate chips just like for fucks. Um, Honestly, that probably sounds like a diabolical meal, like for the day, but I actually really wasn't bloated. Like I felt really good. I like my veins were popping and shit. You honestly can't see. It's kind of sad. But yeah, no, I'm happy with how it went. Uh, I plan on doing one more of these, and I'll get into that later. I think I might try to peak the same way. I don't really know. I definitely plan on prepping for it more. It's just like I know for me personally that just like a shit ton of sugar early, like hours before I go in, and then smashing a ton of like salty carbs, like closer, like to pictures, like not closer. Like I think the salty carbs are still probably like 4 hours ish before like posing, maybe five. So like I honestly hadn't eaten much, probably within like 2 3 hours or drank like pretty much anything at all 3 4 hours before posing. So yeah, that's kind of how that all went. Yeah, no, I liked how the peak turned out though. Like I was, you can't really see it here, but in my opinion, for where I'm at body fat wise, I thought it looked pretty fucking sick. It felt fucking amazing to be carved up. Cause like, well, I'm at the point where I'm cutting where I'm just basically not really eating carbs most days. Cause like I'm a small guy. If we're being generous, I'm 5'9", but really I'm kind of 5'8". Like I'm just a smidge off of 5'9". And I weigh like fasted. I think I weigh like 159, 160 right now. Like I am not a large man by any means. So like I think my BMR is like 1700. It might even be lower now. I'm not really fucking sure. I just know that most days I eat like 700 calories. I still be hitting PRs in the gym. I'm on autism meds though, so that may affect things. Who knows, right? But yeah, the pictures didn't turn out great, but the peaking actually went the way I wanted it to, which you know makes me feel good because I was kind of like stressing that I kind of like fucked it up. I probably could do it better. And when I go on stage in a few years, I will probably hire a coach that like actually knows what the fuck they're doing. But for the fact that I don't really know how to peak properly because it's like my first time doing it, I'm pretty happy with the results. Like I didn't end up like super waterlogged or anything. I didn't make myself look like objectively fucking ass or something. Like I didn't make myself look worse basically. So, I mean, I'll take that as a win, right? Like I like how it turned out. So yeah, dub, knowledge is power or whatever the fuck, right? Um, and then continuing on, I did take some more pictures, and like better lighting. You can see I'm starting to get bloated here because like I did kind of binge a little bit more after the pictures. I was walking around in that fucking overalls too, which is fucking funny. I fucking I went into a gas station and got like two ices because I couldn't decide on the flavors and I was just like fuck it. It's the fourth. America. And dude, the lady didn't even make me pay. I was like standing in line, not my speedo, in the overalls, right? I didn't have a shirt on technically though. And she looks at me and she goes, "Is that all you're getting?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And she was like, "Oh, you can just get out of here." I was like, "Actually?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's cool." So I just got two fucking like big ass ices for free. Now keep in mind at this point it was probably like 2 in the morning, so she's probably just was happy I wasn't like trying to rob the place. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And like I do feel like you can I don't know, these pictures aren't great. I don't did I even put a picture of my legs? My back looks kind of crazy here though. Yeah, my legs are there. Uh, like honestly, these pictures are kind of cheeks too, because you can't really see it like in the picture. But my quads are actually starting to striate some. Um, I've got like a decent amount of like ab and back vein. I've got like three back veins. Let's be real here. My ab veins are starting to poke out a little bit more for sure. I mean, my shoulders and shit have been pretty peeled for a while. I mean, not like fucking like Olympia peeled, but I'm just a dude, at the end of the day. I used to like, fucking not look like this, so this is a fucking dub for me personally. Um, so yeah, there's that turnout. And so now I'm just gonna kind of okay, we can turn off me in a speedo. Shit, here's me a couple days ago. Let's glaze ourselves real quick. This shit looks pretty fucking sick. My abs look fucking crazy in this picture. Anyways, we will stop being distracted by that now. Um, so kind of my plan going forward is I'm about like 6-ish weeks out from finishing my masters, maybe like 5 now, 5 6 weeks out from finishing my masters. I've got to finish up like my final project in a sense. So that's gonna be eating up a lot of my time, honestly. So in terms of content, I don't plan on putting much out these next 6 weeks. I'll maybe do like one more YouTube video because I kind of got an idea racking around in my brain. If I get the time. Um, Now once I graduate, I plan on doing one more peak week to like finish off the cut. So there will be more of bags and sarms in a speedo, so there's something for you fucking fairies to look forward to. Um, so yeah, there will be that, and then I'm gonna start bulking, and that'll come with all the perks of bulking. Um, because I've been in a deficit a while. Like I've lost like I think about 50 pounds at this point, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I'm not 100% sure, water weight, water weight, right? Um, but I've lost somewhere around 50 pounds, give or take, and the diet fatigue is definitely starting to hit. My overall health markers though are still really good, so can't complain there. But yeah, the diet fatigue is definitely starting to hit. Uh, I was cutting through the holidays last year. I definitely don't want to cut through the holidays this year. Like I want to enjoy time with my family. I have like things I want to go and do and shit that I haven't really been able to do because I've been cutting. It's definitely taking a toll on like my personal life to a degree because people are like, "Yo, Sam, let's go bags, let's go out," and then I'm like, show up with like a plate of chicken. They're like, "What the fuck, bro?" Some people get it, some people don't. I don't really care. I do me, right? But it will be kind of nice to be able to like hang out more normally for an autistic fucker with a bag on his head. As normal as that gets. Um, But yeah, once I finish school in about 5 to 6 weeks too, I know I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I do plan on actually starting to like stream more. I'm gonna try to put out more YouTube videos. So generally, hopefully once I finish school, you're gonna be seeing more of me, seeing more of me. Fuck. See, dude, this is what cutting does to your brain. I can barely fucking function, and I'm about to go smash like 800 calories of cardio. Uh, fuck my brain. Whoo! But it is what it is. I'm overall happy with my progress of this cut. I've definitely learned a shit ton. Like I thought I was leaner at one point than I really am, and it's kind of made me realize, oh, I'm not as lean as I actually thought I was. So it's kind of nice knowing that now. It kind of gives me a better idea of like how to do things. I've learned a lot about generally nutrition stuff this cut as well, which has been super helpful. Like it's definitely made me like kind of rewire the way my brain thinks. Some people might call it an eating disorder. Uh, I just call it being happy. I wake up with a smile on my face every morning. So you can call it whatever you want, lick my balls. Um, but yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to bulking though, 'cause I mean, damn man, I want a donut. But yeah, 6 more weeks. And then, so yeah, 6 more weeks. You're gonna see me in a speedo again. Then we're gonna start, trying to hit the 1,000 pound club. I'm almost there. I'm like 40 pounds off. I already know as soon as I bulk for like a week, I'm gonna shoot past that. So like, I'm on autism meds. So like, that'll be cool. I think after I hit 1,000 pound club, I'm gonna start putting a lot more work into like doing a muscle up, getting my one-handed push-up weight up. I want to put like more work into doing a handstand as well. I've been putting a little bit of work into it. It hasn't been a huge focus. So, like maybe some more calisthenic stuff as well in there. I think that'll be fun to do. I enjoyed that shit. Um, I'll be posting that shit. I got a new gym opening up in town that's like more centered towards like the kind of shit I like to do, in terms of like, posing. Because right now I go to like a pretty commercial gym and, I try to like I don't always record and like take the pictures I want. Cause like I do feel like to a degree I make certain people uncomfortable, and like it's definitely like a very like normie gym, and I don't want to like I don't want to be that guy. Whereas the gym I plan on going to that's gonna open like in a couple weeks, so maybe you'll see me posting more in general just from that opening. I definitely think it'll be more friendly towards me like recording and shit with a bag on my head. So I won't be that fucking guy and you're in shape, just like or fucking Planet Fitness or whatever like normie gym you go to that's just like you know. Um, so yeah, there's all that. So I'm gonna stream more YouTube videos, bulking content. That means shit, we might be mukbanging over here. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's not gonna be a dirty bulk though. I swear, it's not gonna be a dirty bulk. It's gonna be a lean bulk. We're gonna try to keep things healthy. I don't want to fucking refuck my blood pressure. This cut definitely fixed that shit. I would like to keep it fixed. Fucked blood pressure is no bueno. That's bad for your heart, guys. We all want to, live a while here, keep our mamas happy, right? Unless you don't like your mom, then I don't know, your grandma, your aunt, somebody, right? Something else that I've actually got in the works. Fucking, where is it? Mm, oh, here it is. So, I am pretty excited about this. Um, so I'm gonna be starting. I'm not gonna call it a cookbook per se, but if you're really into fitness, I'm sure you get it too on your feed. It's all this like fucking protein food and like all these recipes. And I'm also just kind of like a big back. I'm not gonna lie. I love fucking food. So I get all kinds of shit. Like I've seen people like fucking roasting marshmallows around Reese's peanut butter cups and shit. And I want to eat that so bad, right? I can't. I'm not gonna right now. Right now I'm not. I soon, soon. Um, but so yeah, I plan on starting a cookbook, and every time I try like a new recipe or whatever, I'm just gonna kind of like, fill like the macro micronutrients out for it, shit like that. Give you guys instructions. A lot of these times you gotta fucking figure a ton of shit out. Like they kind of just give you like a very basic thing, and you gotta like really figure it out. So I'm gonna try to like make things even easier for you monkeys to figure out. Um, you know, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. So, even if the recipe's ass, it's still gonna end up in here, because I plan on making this kind of like a live thing with like a link that anybody can kind of really click into. Well, I haven't decided if it's gonna be for anybody or if I'm gonna only show snippets of it and then, only give the whole thing to people I'm coaching. That's not been a full decision yet. But ayo, for homies in IRL though, like just ask, like just give me head in the so yeah, this I'm excited for this. I'm gonna put a lot of work into this. I like, believe it or not, even though I'm a freaking monkey ass college student who abuses the air fryer and pretty much only eats air fried chicken and eggs all day, I do like to cook. I like to fuck around in the kitchen. I find it enjoyable. So, this is going to be kind of where I record all my experiments, the bads, the goods, the mediocres, you know. So, this will be something else to look forward to if you keep up with my shit. So, yeah, you know, 6 weeks, guys. Me and Speedo again.